What's happening? Welcome back to another episode of the Account for Life podcast. Jay Moore, the Healthy Accountant, helping you to account for life. What an awesome and incredible day, guys! Go ahead and grab this book, "Living Life on the Next Level." Go check it out. It's on Amazon. If you want me to send you an autographed copy, go ahead and comment "Next Level" in the comments or in the chat wherever you're watching this. So, have you ever wondered or asked yourself, "Man, where's all my energy going? Like, what is happening with my day? Where's all my hours going? Why does it seem like years are going past and maybe I'm not getting as much accomplished as I would like?" And maybe you've gotten to the point in your life, like I've gotten to a point in my life, and I'm just like, wait a second, like what is happening? It's been 5 years already. It's been 10 years already. And then you think, and then you say to yourself, wait a second, oh, I am doing something right, because everybody's doing something right. There's not a person who's not doing something right. A lot of times we wind up sending our energy into things. We're sending our energy in places that we're just not getting a return for. So if we add it all up and we asked ourselves and got honest, where's all my energy going? I bet there would be some form of, I don't know, like understanding that would be gathered, wisdom that would be gathered, that would really assist us in understanding where to send all my energy to get or to get like the best results as possible. So, guys, we're going to unpack today energy and how the energy that we use, we can harness that energy for greater heights and for elevation. So yesterday on the podcast, I talked about elevating into the Christ consciousness. A lot of times and I'm not telling you that this is real or not real. I want you to do your own research. We think about Christ coming back. We think about Jesus, as I say his whole name, Jesus Christ coming back as our Savior. He's coming to save me. We've been taught this. Come on now. We've been taught that Jesus Christ is coming back to save us. Here's why I believe that's a false teaching. Here's how I personally believe that being a false teaching. If you read the Bible closely, and if we watch, especially in the New Testament, Jesus Christ in the Bible came. They were hoping, they were wishing, they were praying, they were looking for the Messiah to come back to save them. And he came. What happened? They ignored it. They didn't actually believe it. They allowed their energy to go into the same thing that they've been putting their energy in the whole time. And they didn't realize that what they'd hoped for, what they've been praying for, was right there in front of them, because their concentration level was not understood in a way that they could benefit from it. So where's all the energy going? Where's all my energy going? Where's all your energy going? I know you're probably saying, wait a second, Jay, you mean Jesus Christ isn't coming back? Jesus was there and they ignored it. So when he talked to the disciples, his students, when he was leaving, and they asked him, well, when are you coming back again? Really what he told them is, don't focus on me coming back. Don't be so focused on me coming back that you don't come under the consciousness that you need to have. I know, right? This is an interesting teaching, because if we're going to think about like where our energy is going, like in the book Next Level of Faith, second chapter, well, the third law is concentration. Like, where's my energy? What am I concentrating on? I was driving to the gym this morning, and I was having a conversation with myself. And as I was having this conversation with myself, I was having a Christ consciousness moment. And one of the things that I was considering is what I do well. I was just like, man, I do something well, and yet I'm not fully I'm not putting 100% of my energy into it. And I'm trying to figure out why. What is causing me not to put 100% of my energy into it? Here's what I do well. I can lock on to things and just like, I won't let it go. At least once I come under a certain type of consciousness or thinking, it's like I can do a video like this where I'm talking about my ideas and thoughts, every day of the year. Like, how does that even occur? I'm talking 15, 20 minutes. Or I can go to the gym every day and I can exercise every single day. I can go running every day. I can do things to put my body into whatever, because I don't know, I'm not sure what's happening. Then I can go step further, and I'm sitting here doing push-ups every single day, 500 push-ups. I said to myself, most people would have already taken it. Most people would have already taken a day off. It's May the 13th. I haven't taken any days off from those push-ups outside of the first day of the year. The first day of the year, I didn't do any push-ups. Every day after that, I've done push-ups. I think the second and the third, I may not have gotten to 500. I may not have gotten to 500 a few times between the 2nd and the 8th of January. I'm sorry, the 2nd and the 7th of January. From the 8th of January of 2024, I've done at least 500 every single day since then. I've been concentrating on something. My energy's been going into that. And I says, well, so how do I take that same energy and place it, or so that I can get the results I actually desire? Now, I do desire the results that I'm getting from that, but I want to take that same energy and use it. I want to use it in the business. How can I use that energy in my business? How can I use that energy even in my marriage? How can I use that energy in relationships that mean a lot to me? Man, what is that? How can I do that? It's a concentration level, and then it's an awareness. So I introduced Christ consciousness yesterday, and I wrote a note down while I was in the gym yesterday. I wrote down resurrecting Christ consciousness. Resurrecting Christ consciousness. Everyone has Christ consciousness. Everyone has, well, let me back up. Not everyone. People of faith, all people of faith who believe in Christ, who know of Christ, have Christ consciousness. They all have it because they are aware of Christ. They are aware that Jesus Christ is coming back. So how can we resurrect your Christ consciousness today? How can we bring all of us into the awareness that Jesus Christ, that second coming, is the coming of our consciousness? I'm not telling you that there's not going to be a manifestation of a physical Christ coming back. I'm not telling you that. Right now, what I'm saying is that Christ, if we believe that Christ can live in us, if God lives in us, then we have to fully embrace, come under this consciousness. Guys, I'm still working here. I am not down the road saying, hey man, I'm already here. I'm healing the sick, raising the dead. I am raising the dead. Meaning I'm in the process of coming under this Christ consciousness in a way that, yes, resurrecting people, bringing people back from the dead is not a farce. See, when I say bringing people back from the dead, I'm just talking about dead in spirit, in their mentality, not understanding that change is here, not understanding that all it takes is me to push my energy, the same energy that I'm using for other things. I push my energy into this powerful understanding, awareness that Christ, the Christ that I know, is in me. So as I was considering my energy this morning, where's it going? And I was I'm in the process of deciding, because you have to make a decision. Decisions are what lead us to the outcomes. So making a clear decision, a clear distinction, right? That clear decision helps me to know where my concentration goes. Helps me to know how to harness that same thing that it's 11 o'clock p.m., 5 after 11 p.m. Saturday night. I had fallen asleep. I hadn't done any push-ups for the day. I wake up, I'm like, oh my goodness, I haven't done any push-ups. And then over the next 30 minutes, I finished the push-ups before 12 a.m. And I said to myself, even though it was hard, every time I finish, I'm like, yo, how does something hard become easy? See, it's a level of awareness. It's a level of awareness. You know, when I wrote this book, Living Life on the Next Level, it was May the 11th, 2020. I woke up this morning and I had a bright idea. I would publish a book in less than 2 months. It says if you're reading this book and it's July 2020, I made the deadline. Well, I didn't, but here's the thing. The truth is, living life on the next level requires next level thinking. But you know, it all started many years ago when I was young. I guess I was kind of shy. I wasn't much of a talker. I was more of a listener, and I was more of a teach me how person. If you could teach me, I would do it. I went through my young life always hoping, wishing, and praying that it would be me that would be the success. I desired to be a doctor, never desired to be a lawyer, and never ever thought of being an accountant until I realized that maybe the doctor thing wasn't for me. I said to myself, well, maybe I can count money for other people. That's what accountants do. Little did I know I would be an accountant of a different kind. My energy, in a twinkling of an eye, an idea came and it flowed out of me. As I read that and as I think about that first paragraph in that book, I realized my energy needs to go in the direction of living life on a new level every single day. So for me, my energy has to go up every day, meaning I'm going from level to level to level. What about you? Do you have any levels carved out? Do you have any levels carved out? Have you said to yourself, man, I'm ready to go to a new level? Well, if you want to go to a new level, if it's your desire to go to a new level, choose the level. Then go to the level. Choose a new level. Then go to the next level. Never, ever get complacent. Never, ever say, I've made it. Because there is no making it when we're talking about energy. Energy flows continuously. There's a quote that says, where energy flows, where intention flows, intention follows. I think that's what it is. Something like that. So where's your energy going? Listen, choose today. Choose where your energy is going to go. I'm choosing where my energy is going. And I made a decision this morning that there are things that I do that's sucking my energy and then making me uninspired. If there are things in your life that's sucking your energy, not making you inspired, then what that says is that we have to find a way to get those things. If they're needed, then that means someone else should do them. If they're not needed, then that means that you have to rid yourself of that. There's a book, and this is the last part I'm going to end here. There's a book called 10X is easier than 2X. And I got this book and I read the book a couple of times. I listened to the book. And it's just like living your life on the next level. Every time you get to a level, you've got to literally shed the things that have gotten you there. It's just because what got you here won't get you there. So if you made $100,000, to make $500,000, you won't do the same thing. To make $1 million, you won't do the same thing. To make 10 million and so on, you won't do the same thing. And it dawned on me, I've been trying to do the same thing to get to the next level. So the energy that I use, I need it. But I must pivot in what I'm doing, because it's the doing. It's what we do. That energy, the energy that we put into what we're doing is the energy that gets us there. So if we make a mistake and do the wrong thing, the things that we desire, we don't get. We only get what that energy can produce, and that doingness can't produce. And there's always a limit. There's a limit to everything that we do, because remember, the things that we do is limited. It's kind of like I can only run so far. I can only walk so far. I can only lift so much weight. Everybody has a max. So anything that we do with our muscles, anything that we do with our bodies, those things are going to be limited. But the things we can do with our mind are unlimited. So we can come up with new ways of doing things with our minds. We can't come up with new ways of doing things with our bodies. It's our minds that does it. So putting all of our energy into developing the thoughts, into developing our minds, that's what's going to get us to the next level. That is what produced this book. Energy, a concentration on an idea. I can publish a book. I literally wrote the book in 7 days. Now, hey, I didn't publish it for 4 years, but it was done. This book has been done. I mean, the actual manuscript has been done for probably 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. I mean, technically 3 years. 3 years. Well, I produced the book first. I produced Next Level Faith first. I'm going to read some of that next time. But at any rate, where we put our energy is what's going to produce the results. So whatever results you want, you're going to have to, just like me, we're going to have to place our concentration levels into a higher thinking. That higher thinking is what gets us to the next level. So guys, I thank you for joining me for this episode of the Account for Life podcast. Jay Moore, the Healthy Accountant, helping you to account for your life. God bless. I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the Healthy Accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.